All right, it's Mr. DJ back counting down my fantasy playlist. Here it is of September 29th, 1981. Going to start off with a top 40 extra because I love doing those lost 45s. If you look closely enough at this back of this playlist, and I know it's all jumbled up, you might could find Burton Cummings' name on here. Burton Cummings with a lost 45. You Saved My Soul. It's on Billboard's Hot 100 the week of October 3rd, 1981. Got as high as number 37. This record did by Burton Cummings. And that week in 1981, it's up to number 54, up 10 from 64 the previous week. It's from a movie. The song is from a movie. It's supposed to be for a movie called Melanie, which starred Burton Cummings, Glennis. I believe I pronounced her first name correctly. I'm not sure. Glennis O'Connor and Don Johnson. Don Johnson, who was later in Miami Vice, had a hit record of his own in 1986 called Heartbeat. Boy, that brings back some memories right there. The song Heartbeat. But anyway, going back to the Guess Who, Burton Cummings, best known for being lead singer of the Guess Who. Burton Cummings started out in a band called the Deverons back in the early to mid '60s, an R&B band. They released a couple of singles. 1966, Guess Who had a couple of openings, and Burton Cummings he came into the band. The Guess Who, Chad Allen, excuse me, the original lead singer of the Guess Who, he left the band, and Burton Cummings stepped up to the plate. You might remember the Guess Who had this fantastic garage band hit back in the summer of 1965. That great guitar must have been Randy Bachman playing, called "Shaking All Over." It was a fantastic record, one of those favorites of mine when I was a kid. But 1966, things didn't happen overnight here in America for the Guess Who. Keep in mind that they're from Canada. Burton Cummings from Winnipeg. His first band, the Deverons, they were from Winnipeg. But they worked hard. They toured. They had some hit records in Canada, some strong singles in Canada. They were house band on the TV show as it was broadcasted by the Canadian Broadcasting Company called Let's Go. And in 1969, the floodgates opened here in the States for the Guess Who as Burton Cummings and Randy Bachman. They wrote These Eyes, their first big hit, 1969. Then Laughing came in the summer of 1969. Fall of '69 was Undone. And by the way, on the song Undone, remember that flute solo, that lovely flute solo played by Burton Cummings? The song was written by Randy Bachman. Started out, oh God, 1970 was huge for the Guess Who. They had 5 top 40 hits. No Time started in 1970, spring of 1970. It was American Woman, and then the B side, I believe, was, oh God, what's that? No Sugar Tonight. Remember that? Spring of 1970 classics. And then the summer of 1970, the protest record of sorts, Hand Me Down World. Burton Cummings really delivering an impassioned performance on that record. Hand Me Down World. I love the way the guitar started. Down, 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 down. Great rock and roll record. They were shared the land in the fall of 1970. Then the hit records started to drop a little bit for the Guess Who. They had Albert Flasher in the spring of '71. Rain Dance, one of my favorite Guess Who records. Summer, early fall 1971. And then that was it for several years. And then they came out with Star Baby in 1974. Clap for the Wolfman, also in '74. And at the end of '74, they rounded out with Dancing Fool. That Dancing Fool was a cool record. Late '74. And Burton Cummings was with the Guess Who for about 10 years. Released his first solo album, 1976, Stand Tall. Remember that? Fall of '76, big one for Burton Cummings. And then in early 1977, I'm Scared. Didn't make top 40. If it did, it just barely made it. Boy, that was a nice record by Burton Cummings. That brings back some memories right there. The album in 1981 was called Sweet Sweet, which featured this song, You Saved My Soul. You Saved My Soul, I think I've already mentioned it, peaked at number 37 on Billboard's Hot 100. It's a top 40 extra on my fantasy playlist of September 29th, 1981.